Welcome to the 2020 Outvertising Awards. My name's Jerry Dakin. I'm your host for this evening, channeling some serious Lady Gaga at the MTV Music Award vibes. I think we can all agree, though we might be better without that. Welcome to the 2020 Outvertising Awards. In the year that even Eurovision got cancelled, we're here to say the show must go on. My day job is as media director for GSK Consumer Healthcare across EMEA. I also globally lead our internal efforts to improve the diversity and representation of our marketing. And I'm hugely proud of the work our Sensodyne and Voltarol teams have done this year with Gay Times, and thanks to the Publicist gang helping us. But my gay job is volunteering as co-commercial director here at Outvertising, where together with Ed, we look for brands, agencies, media owners, or frankly, anyone willing to help us get the word out there. And what a year this has been. When we started planning this event, it wasn't acceptable to turn up to meetings in pajamas. S Club 7 could still meet up for brand practice without breaking the government's rule of 6. None of us would ever have dreamt of wearing a full-on face mask to a club or bar in Soho. And I would have to be wearing trousers. But here we are virtually, real cocktails at the ready. I went for a sort of orangey mojito and raring to go. Huge thanks to Jamie for getting us started this evening. If you stick around right to the end, we're going to have a lock-in after party where we'll learn to make a couple more drinks. There's Q&A functionality. If you're not used to using Blue Jeans, you can ask a question during the event. We'll try and keep an answer on it and get back to you, or else tackle it after the event in the after party. Now, tonight is an award show. We have awards to give out, but it's not an award show as most marketers would know it. For starters, if you've paid $5 to sit at your own table tonight, then you've truly been swindled. And not by us. We're here not just to announce a series of winners, we're here to celebrate the progress of a whole industry, to learn a lesson from the trailblazers leading the way, and to hear from a whole spectrum of perspectives on how marketers can better understand, talk to, and support the LGBTQ+ community. Thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. There's been a lot of talk about diversity this year, but tonight's a night where we look to turn talk into action. So welcome to the Outvertising gang. I'm here up on this fabulous stage, but it takes a village to pull this thing off and to drive all the other projects we've got under our belt this year. Welcome to the Facebook team. You've kind of come on this whole crazy ride with us. When Adrian, Lee, Stephanie, the whole team, when you guys kindly offered to host this for us in your event space, at first we were a little surprised to discover that it was in your basement, but hey, we've ended up hosting it in my study, so beggars really shouldn't be choosers, eh? You've put a huge team on this and said yes to pretty much everything we've asked for. So thank you, our proud sponsors for the evening. Welcome to all the members of the LGBTQ+ community joining us this evening. Whether you work in marketing, you're insanely curious, or just accidentally clicked a link you tweeted out, that's fine. It's great to have you here. Welcome, allies. We really, really appreciate you being here. We won't change the world without you, but we certainly hope to change it with you. Straight, white, male, middle-class allies who care about diversity. Awkwardly, you guys still kind of run the world, so thank you for wanting to make it a better place. And welcome to my parents. Nice to see you there. Those allies in the audience, yes, it is sweet that my mum's willing to support me, even though she doesn't really want to know anything about marketing. I told her she could log off after this intro. But to the LGBTQ+ folks out there who kind of know what a big deal that can really be, here's to a world where having our family support us is a given and not the tough experience it sadly still can be for so many of us. And ultimately, that's what we're here to think about today, the role that advertising can play in its own curious way in making the world more open and accepting, because God knows we need some of that right now. And it's easy to overstate the influence of advertising, and often our finest work is just tomorrow's chip paper. But research by GLAAD and P&G in the US has showed that simple exposure to progressive advertising notably increased the likelihood that a person would be accepting of LGBT people in their family or at their work, and more supportive of equal rights. We actually do make a difference. And so let's get this show on the road. We've got a lot to get through tonight. We're going to take you on a bit of a journey, exploring how we've been agitating to spark some new creative ideas, hear why pride still really matters, unpack what it takes to make great LGBTQ+ inclusive advertising, and hear throughout from our judges of some of the very best work out there. We do also have a few awards to announce along the way, and because in this crazy year we actually didn't ask people necessarily to submit themselves, but instead asked the advertising community to suggest their favourites. You never know, you could be shortlisted without even realizing it tonight. Before we get stuck into that one, quick elephant in the room to address. What exactly is an Outvertising? An Outvertising is a voluntary organisation supporting the LGBTQ plus people working in marketing and advertising, and encouraging the industry as a whole to be more positive and progressive in how it represents our community and its communications. We're entirely volunteer-run, not-for-profit organisation under the leadership of our fantastic chair, Mark Runnicus, MBE. We run sessions on diverse marketing, ally training, a mentoring scheme, regular socials, and much, much more. And if you'd like to get involved personally or as an organisation, want to support our work or host one of our sessions, then please do get in touch. Now, in some ways, these are our first ever Outvertising Awards, but it's not actually our first rodeo. We've run a number of similar events under our old name Pride AM brand makeover. And the unique thing about those awards was that rather than trying to celebrate the best existing work out there, we wanted to spur the industry to create something new. Now we've taken that essence and energy, but found a unique new way to bring it to life, which has come about in partnership with 1 Minute Briefs. They're a creative community which every day tackles a new brief and spits out the most wonderfully creative mocked up responses. We've actually worked with them now on 2 briefs over the past few months, designed to inspire the industry to action and show brands what could be possible. And I'm very excited to say we have members of the Ombuds with us tonight tuning in.